You should get some sleep.
Nah, it's Gucci.
It's okay. I did.
Yeah, I'm on did with Mr. T-Rex.
Yeah, with my T-Rex play. No, you're not allowed. You almost got play of the night one night, and then all of us had quickly agreed that it was Jazz who got it just so you wouldn't get it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Oh.
I'm not on the stream. Hang on.
I don't hear any music. How's everybody looking on health-wise, by the way?
I'm at We'll work on that. Excusez-moi? Hello there.
Hello.
Hey, how's everyone?
Sounded
Gotta hate
sexual
'em.
for a second there. Yes, I have.
Okay. Okay, guys.
God damn it. Alrighty, so what ended up happening last game was we ended up burying the bodies with ice, kind of suffocated them because we forgot that the boars were revived. And we ended up getting on our mounts, almost forgot one of our members, and then we got completely lost on where to go because we didn't ask beforehand, and one of the NPCs were kind enough to tell us where the next town was that we had to go to. On our way there, we ended up getting attacked by these ghostly figures. And this is where I got my play of the night, where I transformed Pigsy into a T-Rex. And one ended up getting away because he realized he couldn't win. And that's where we ended up leaving off.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, he's a god at this point.
Oh.
Um,
Don't suction cry.
How many? Oh wait, so are some of the raptors like flatlined? Are they kind of? Yeah. Okay. I don't want to waste any spells. I know that's rude, but
So some of them are dead. How many of them are still like up and kicking?
None. No, I let mine go.
I don't know.
I know Twig got off of his, and then Pixie stayed on his, but then fell off of his, and then I assume it ran away.
Amon never dismounted. JC, they can't hear you. No.
Can they hear me now? My sincerest apology. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My sincerest apology. Just to summarize there, the last session, we're currently figuring out whose mounts are still available. Roland's one made a break for it. Nyax's one took a round and they made a break for it. Pep's one is down. Amon's one is down, and Pigsie's one is down, but that leaves Twig's one, so you've got 3 left.
What about the big, fluffy, heavy-duty animatronic? I forgot the name of it.
What? Pips.
Yeah.
Steel Defender.
Yeah, Steel Defender.
That's a good question,
That's
actually.
still up, right? She didn't. It didn't.
He
didn't.
wasn't ever really in the combat, so yeah, he was. His one's still there then.
Alrighty. So that leaves 4.
Yes.
Uh,
Gonna need to do some squeezing.
Well, the small people can go on together, and I'm sure they wouldn't fucking care. So it would be just like a medium creature.
Then there's the Steel Defender, Whirlwind, and me.
What was my name?
Roland.
Sorry!
Every time.
Wait, I thought I said Roland.
You said Roland.
I guess D doesn't like to get out of my mouth. Anyway, carrying on. Okay, so I could just change one of them into a mount, but that would be using my last spell slot.
Well, do we need to? How many raptors have we got left?
4.
Because we're gonna need to herd them back in.
Do we have to though?
I mean, if we want to ride them, we gotta get them.
I mean, how long do we think the village is from here?
You look out at the distance and don't see it.
I would say, like, a good at least 6 hours.
Could I climb a tree with Twig and look?
Yes.
See if it's like far.
You don't see it.
Oh, I don't? Oh, okay.
Far.
You guys have no idea how far away it is. Miles, kilometers, meters, feet, or inches wise.
All I remember is that we had to go north and then take a left at the bridge.
It was road left left at the fork, and then when we get to the bridge, left at the bridge.
Okay, so 4 mounts, not Twig, Pip and Pigsy could hop on one. Then there's...
So the Steel Defender needs one.
Yeah, Steel Defender's the slowest.
I'm gonna need one because I'm in heavy armor.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 2 down, that means there's 2 left.
Roland might possibly be... Wait, how big would you say Roland is?
He's a blacksmith.
Okay, he's gonna
big
need one.
arms. He's got some big
Okay,
arms
so then
on him.
so that leaves 1 left where... So it's going to be a brawl, basically, between Pip, Pigsy, Twig, and me.
So, basically, you could transform one of you guys into a man, and then you can get on.
Yeah, you could turn
You can
Amon
ride
into...
a T-Rex.
Yeah, let me get
Yabba dabba
rid
doo!
I mean, I guess I could turn my... But that would be using my... Well, I mean, I don't have anything really for my spell slots for upper
But
levels.
you might as well turn into something kind of like a big bird so you can fly. Because then you can get like a nice aerial view.
Okay. I would like to turn... I think this one might work. I'd like to turn myself into a giant vulture.
How long can you maintain that for?
An hour. Hang on, actually, let me... That's the one thing I didn't have pulled up.
So, some things to consider with that plan. Don't have an issue with it, but how fast can your creature that you transform into? And
so
what would that be compared to others? Because as I said, a flying creature can carry 1 medium or 2 small.
So the giant vulture can travel a speed of 10 feet on land, and then a flying speed of 60.
Okay, so it'd be the same as the raptors then.
So I'd basically be able to...
You could travel for another hour like that.
Yeah, and then we're screwed.
I mean, a lot can happen in an hour. Especially if you get like a good bird's eye view, you can kind of see if there's any...
If the town's
things.
close, and if we've possibly gone past it whilst we've been fighting.
Mm-hmm. Or if it's like walking distance and we can make it there before nighttime. And if not, then we're gonna have to camp out, which will be kind of scary, but we can do that.
I can actually make fires.
I think we all can.
Yeah, but I can just go, whoo, fire.
Yeah. The only problem is that we don't like fire.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
I feel like you keep forgetting that.
Just a little bit. I might be a little bit of pyromaniac.
Don't forget, like, I've got a flaming hammer.
Oh boy. Okay, so sounds like a plan then. I turn into a giant vulture and I can have at least, like, at max, the 2 little ones on me. Or just...
Yeah, and then
So,
Twig will ride the other
Nyx
mount.
is on. Nyx is on a mount. Roland is on a mount. Steel Defender's on
Steel
a mount.
Defender.
And then Twig's
we've
also
got-
on a mount.
Alrighty, so I'll take...
So then that means that Amon has to take Pip and Pigsy.
Alrighty, that's fine. So I'll use my last spell slot. and turn into a giant vulture and indicate with my head to hop on because I'm not allowed to speak.
Okay, what does the
going-
vulture sound like?
Oh boy.
And with that ever so masculine cry, the tiefling Amon shifts with the snapping of bones and the pluming of feathers, and suddenly the great bald, gnarled head and elongated neck of a vulture appears, and Peplet, I have to get on that thing.
Just
I go shotgun.
glares.
I'm going to actually tie rope around myself and
Sounds like a plan.
vulture Amon's claw, like talons.
Hmm.
Just a little safety thing. And then I'm gonna tell Nyack she better protect Twig. Because if I'm in the sky.
She's gonna do a salute.
Okay. And then I do one back.
So, which way are you going?
North.
Up!
Oh, yeah, I'm flying up. So I'm gonna fly up,
Okay.
and I'm gonna start heading that way. And I would also like to roll for perception while I'm in the air.
So you're flying that way. Okay. Let's hope that that way is the right way then.
Well, so we had direct directions, and you told me to roll a survival, and I got a decent survival.
So as I'm asking you which way you are going. You have directions.
It's
Where
left,
is it?
right?
No, it was. That's what I said. The road that we are on. We took left at the fork, and then when we get to the bridge, we're supposed to take the left at the bridge. That's the way that we're supposed to be going.
Okay, so you take the left at the bridge then. That was the answer.
No.
I'm getting. Okay.
Left at the
You take-
fork.
No, it was left at the fork and left
And
at the
then-
bridge. I wrote it both. I wrote both of them down.
Yeah, that sounds
Okay.
familiar.
You take a left, cross over the bridge, and continue following the pathway that way. Your raptors' elongated
What?
tails whipping around behind them, and Vulture Amon hops on the floor for a little bit before remembering, oh yeah, I'm a bird, and flaps his wings and takes to the sky.
Can I roll perception?
Just out of quick curiosity, what is Amon's dexterity and strength?
As the giant vulture or mine personally?
I'm pretty sure transforming into a giant vulture, this is the most nimble and strong you've ever been.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. Its dex is lower than my dex, but its strength is higher than my strength.
That was okay.
I think anything's stronger than your strength.
It probably is.
And off he
It's
flies,
been said.
elongated wings poofing out to take a great swipe, and into the air you go. Sure, roll perception.
Alrighty, and since I am a
Vulture, you do it
Vulture.
with vultures. Yeah.
yep, and then I also have advantage on it. Oh, thank goodness I have advantage. 23.
Oh, that's a nat 20, actually.
Yeah, net 20.
Oh.
Natural 20. You peer around. You see where the road will go, and you fly along the road.
Alright, I just want to make sure that I can see anything that's possibly going to be coming at us. And there's still a high-pitched squeak if anything bad's coming.
Yeah, I know. About, like, I don't know, about maybe like 10 minutes in flying, is it okay if I cast Primeval Awareness?
Certainly.
Okay. It takes a minute to cast or whatever, so. Wom.
You're using it for undead?
Yes, within a 5-mile radius.
Okay. You reach out with your primeval awareness, closing your eyes and becoming one with the beat of the wings and the rush of the air, and your vision begins to transform to that of the landscape. Shooting out is this small spark that traces along the ground in rapid succession, leaving a bead, almost like a silhouette trail behind you to decide what it is that you're finding. And at the periphery of your awareness, you don't really get any sense of undeath or anything, but you get a sense the land is sick. You can feel the mountains and their rising bluffs and peaks off in the great distance. You can feel them, and they seem to be the bulwark. And beyond that, you can it's as if putting a hand through a veil, or putting your hand into the fridge, your arm suddenly becomes chilled in that area. And while the rest of the land around seems to have an air of caution, of sickness, that area, as you traverse beyond the cliffs, you can feel the land there is toxic. If the land could be undead, this is a close vicinity.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I tell Pip. Just because it's only us. Hey, Pip. I love how Pip's not here for this. It's kind of romantic, isn't it?
Oh, no.
No.
That's such a Pip response. Yeah, okay.
What are you getting at here, Pigsy?
Nothing.
Can I just, make a high-pitched squeak to, break this up?
Certainly, what does it sound like?
Never mind, I'm being quiet. Oh boy.
That's it.
Okay. As a vulture, what is your intelligence?
Probably shit. I have this thing up, 1 second. Oh, 6.
6.
Man,
Okay.
I'm glad I'm intelligent as in normal.
Pigsy, you've been flying for a while now. At what point should a mon turn back?
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Wait, he's going to turn back, or
I mean, you've been flying now
He just
for what
does.
seems like an hour.
oh?
Good. Can I
It
land?
comes to you. Isn't his time almost up?
I mean, we should probably land if he's feeling it.
Well, clearly I'm not smart right now, so...
Oh, okay. I'm going to tap him on his little beak, and it's like, get down.
I realize, oh shit, and I do one of those nice little dives that would make you look like a rocket.
That's the worst thing to do.
Make a strength check.
Strength, okay. Not a saving throw, just check.
Just check.
Okay. 10.
10. You pull out a feather or two, but you don't fall off.
Oh, okay. I got my rope anyway, so we're fine. My safety rope.
Yeah, but David forgot about that. That's why he panicked for a second. So, you fly down to the ground, swooping in front of the companions, and while you've been travelling, Roland has been fairly silent, though occasionally having bits of conversation. Pigsy seems to be having the time of his life and keeps smacking his raptor on the back of the head, and as the raptor turns around to try and snap back, he just smacks even harder, and the raptor is just beaten into submission by this monkey.
Yep. The man dominance.
Amon lands and changes back.
Okay.
Get off of me, you're crushing
Still
me.
not entirely sure how far the rest of the day, how far it is until you meet Solaridad.
Is my rope just tied to Amon's foot right now?
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't untie it. I just keep it on the whole time.
Wow.
Just like last time.
The man
How
likes slave,
dare you.
okay?
I'm not. Pigsy, I'm gonna slap the fuck out of you.
Okay, I guess we gotta hold up. Wait! Everybody, come back!
Hmm.
All right.
We're gonna stop. What time does it look like right now?
Probably about. Let me think now. Probably 2 in the afternoon. You were told that it would take about a day on foot to get to your next destination. You've been traveling about double that speed, so.
And we set off really early in the morning.
You're still a few hours on foot. The terrain around you has definitely become less grassy fields and much more bramble and scrubland. There is grass, but it's no longer the rich, thick, verdant greens of pastures. It's much more what you would find or expect on thin earth over a rocky edifice. Perhaps belying the fact that this area is becoming heavily more hilled, and with Pigsy's earlier scan, you know that a mountain range is arriving in the far distance. That you can see in the far distance, I should say.
So, go on.
Oh no, you go on.
So, when they say it was like a day's travel by foot,
Yes.
and we've been traveling at a decently fast pace.
You've been traveling
say
at about
it's-
double speed compared to what you would walk. So you've been traveling. Say, for example, you travelled halfway in half the time, if you would like.
So we've got about 3 more hours.
Something of that, yes.
But this is a situation of we don't have enough raptors to ride.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a possibility of tying our 2 or 3 raptors and then having like I'll take off like a chunk of wood, place it down, tie it off on the thing, and we pull it like a sled and let the little people ride it?
That's certainly a nice option. Do you have the means on you at the moment? Because, as I say, resources are somewhat scarce here. A bit scrubland, maybe kind of bad land.
Rope?
Got the rope, but I mean, like, what would you use for the run, for the skis of the Travois?
Is there no trees?
Not really. It's scrub bushes and thin grass over a rocky edifice. Not really much in the way of long branches of a mighty oak tree, for example.
I'm pretty sure we could just casually walk from here. It's just going to be a nice little 3-hour walk, but
No, it's going to be a 6-hour walk.
It's going to be a 6-hour walk.
ooh.
Because the only reason why it would be 3 is if we're all riding something.
Ooh, okay.
I could use my shield.
You're gonna go tobogganing?
Tie the shield off, and have them kind of stay on that and kind of try and balance on it. Tie them off to it as well, maybe.
This is not gonna end well.
I don't think it will either.
About that. I'm sore about that, but just oh, that's amazing.
Well, What are you guys' ideas? Come on.
I mean, I can. Oh, I was gonna say I could possibly use my old leather tunic. Well, my old leather armor.
For what
But-
exactly?
As, like, a means of riding.
Huh?
But that would be, like, broken after a while. I don't really... Oh, wait! I know what I can do! I would like to create a, Can I paint a cart?
Excuse me?
With my magic paint, can I paint a cart?
Typically, it's more along the lines of you paint on a surface and it becomes a door. You can probably paint the individual items of a cart, but again, you would probably paint on the grass and you would have a grass cart. I like the idea, but in this situation, probably not.
Damn. I would be like, could I just create like a earth one and like an earth slab that's off the ground that can be pulled, but
Can we try and get a big massive? Can we try and get a piece of rock?
Certainly, there are certainly boulders.
Alrighty, well, I would... is there one, like, anywhere near us within 30 feet?
Yeah.
I would like to pull that over with mold earth.
Okay, this large boulder is kind of very Easter Island kind of style. It's a slab that pokes straight out of the earth. A large peak to it, this bluff of red sandstone. You go over and you grab it with mold earth, and well, is mold earth, or is that shaped stone? Because I remember there's something else that does that. Oh, sorry, you just grab it and then you go to paint on it, right?
Yeah, because with mold earth, I choose a portion of dirt or stone that I can see within range.
Okay.
That fits within a 5-foot cube. So basically 30 feet of material.
Okay, so you pull it over, and then you're going to use your paints to create a travois?
Like, yeah. I'm gonna use that to do that.
This is
Just-
gonna be the most ghetto sled I've ever seen in my life.
Shut the fuck up and accept it.
Okay, roll a sleight of hand for me.
Sleight of hand.
Can I try and help him?
Can I slap myself and give me guidance?
Yes, you can do that. No, you can't give him guidance on this. Advantage on this.
I can't help him with painting.
How would you
Alright.
describe to me how you would?
Well, any bits that look fucking dodgy, I can point out and go, "That's looking a bit fucking weird." That.
That was a little ugly right there.
See, now, I like the idea behind it, but unfortunately, it's not like graphic design where you can just take an eraser and go. It's paint. Once he puts it down, it's down. So I'm going to say no.
Damn.
Well, Pigsy wasn't wrong when he said it's going to be ghetto.
What'd you get?
A 7.
A 7 total. Okay.
Yeah.
Amon begins drawing this design in a 2-dimension and then begins pulling it out of the rock and then cuts a slash across it. And as he puts it down, it looks fantastic. It looks amazing. It looks just like something you put in your garden as a water feature or as a bench. It also looks like it weighs a lot.
Ooh.
Is it possible for me to... Like, how big is it? Wait.
Don't ask me how big it is. How big do you
I'm
make?
sorry. Well, I'm gonna guess since I rolled a 7, it's gonna be a very big, too much so. So could I like push away with mold earth some of the rock that is there to make it lighter?
Isn't mold earth a spell?
Cantrip.
Fair enough. Can't think of shape earth or something like that, or stone shape. Okay, you can do so, begin shaving it off. I'll say it probably takes about 30 minutes to kind of get this right, and then with the lashings and tying it on and getting your noble steeds in position. But yeah, you have a somewhat functional travois.
How
Alrighty,
many
there we
people
go.
do you think it can carry?
I'm gonna say I made it about a 5 foot by 3. Wait,
Probably
why does
fit
this...
two. Like I say, you probably fit the two medium creatures.
Small.
Two small or one medium. Actually, no. You could design it however way you wanted to, and with enough time, you could probably get it right. So I'd say you'd be able to put on everyone that's required, but I'll probably make it more like an hour then. Like you spend about an hour just getting it right, pulling it over, shaping it, cutting it down, drawing it, trying it out, it cracks, fixing it. You know, bit of trial and error.
We could have been walking this whole time.
Yeah, I guess, but hey, at least we got it. No?
Yeah. Can they get on, and can we set off?
Certainly. Who is it that's on the ski, and who is it that's mounted?
Well, I guess... Yeah, so it's still the original 3 who are mounted, which was the ones who have to be mounted, which was Steel Defender, Roland, and Nyax.
What we could do though is Pixie can help with guiding us as well as I can help with guiding us. So him and Pip can share a raptor, and then we can have either you go on the sled, or we can have Pixie, Twig go on the sled.
I nominate the monkey because I feel bad for the raptor.
Wait, Twig is really good at driving him.
No, Twig is really good at beating that thing into submission.
Yeah, but we got where we needed to go, though.
I just want to give it a break from the head trauma.
I'm gonna name the raptor I'm on Cantaloupe.
So it's gonna be me and Pixie at the front, and then behind us, tied off, it's gonna be the Steel Defender, Roland, and Amon. And then attached to that in the sled is gonna be Twig.
But yeah, and then of course Pip's with me. Yeah. Okay.
We did it.
Okay then.
Twig's just gonna be eating a banana too the whole time. Just enjoying life.
Okay then, you set out, and can those who are riding roll me animal handling, please?
I gave it food.
15.
I named it. Nobody else named their own.
Cantaloupe. I'm not too sure that a dinosaur likes to be called cantaloupe.
I got a 12,
hungry.
but would Pip could Pip assist me if she's on the mount with me, or no? Is it because I'm in like driving?
She can give you guidance.
Okay, so that's a 1d4.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay, 13. Just went up by 1.
There is some difficulty in convincing the raptors to haul this thing, because the first attempt is they get moving, then they turn around and hiss at it, as if they're ready to attack it, and each of you has to wrestle your mount back into position. Then the second time you get going and it moves for a little bit, but then the sledge gets caught, and suddenly one of the raptors sounds like it deep throats something in midair, and everyone looks around and there's Roland trying to pull one of the ropes that's managed to loop itself onto a bit of a spur of rock, and manages to undo it. Eventually, though, you manage to get yourself moving, but again, it's...
I rolled a 17.
Okay, what did everyone else get? Oh god, I can't stop yawning.
15.
Okay, so like I say, no real difficulty. You travel on, and the pass leads up between two... the pass continues on, and... Sorry. Try this again. The path leads on, and eventually you see the rise of what seems to be a bit of quite a large city by the looks of things. Not quite dwarven in its design, but it definitely has the idea of having that influence, or has taken inspiration from that. The city itself, or I should say a reasonably small town, about the size of Miston, good, maybe 5 to 10,000 people strong, sits nestled between a steep valley of two overhanging bluffs, for lack of a better word. These two exuberantly large stone slabs seem to stretch out, and you've been noticing that they've come to a bit of a peak before sharply dipping down. And this pass between the two of them seems to have been... the city has designed itself to both capture that level of trade coming through that pass, but also seems to have set up some form of mining or irrigation of some sort, and has been mining out these bluffs. You can see where lots of caves have been hollowed out, where masonry and work has been left to where it is. You can see construction points, you can see chains, ladders, platforms suspended off the top. And generally speaking, you can see there's quite a sizable sized town. Welcome to Solaridad.
Looking around, can I see any undead or anything?
Looking around at the town specifically, you can see where a lot of tilled fields are, where people have been raising things. You can see where some cattle pens and animal pastures and such seem to be sparsely populated. The grass here seems to have been... While again, it's not that lush, rich, verdant green that you're expecting near Obreen, or the much more greyed white of the thin grass, much more stubborn. This grass seems to have a murkier tone to it. It seems to have that level of... It just seems to hold the shadow in it a little bit more. It's not lush green, it's just a dark green. You also see a tent city of some sort has been set up a bit of a distance outside of the city proper. Quite a number of tents. You can also see that there's some level of wooden palisades, double thick, that have banded around this tent pavilion for quite some, for most of its perimeter, if not all of it. Difficult to tell considering distance and what's in the way. Farmsteads line the outside, and a couple of larger dwellings on the inside. No building exceeds 5 stories tall.
Alright, so it's safe to assume for right now that it's okay to go in?
Seems to be there doesn't seem to be any people, there's no smoke pouring off of buildings or anything like that.
Alrighty, well, I'm still going to keep my eye out when we walk in because of what ended up happening in the last town.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to make sure I'm prepared, and I'm not... Oh, shit. We're getting attacked again, boys!
Okay, fair enough. Duly noted.
We got told... Sorry, go on.
Oh, I was gonna say, make sure you don't get hit by a flying book this time.
A flying book?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got hit by a book?
Yeah, and then you literally lost 19 hit points.
Oh.
He forgot.
When a bag of ball bearings is dumped on your head unexpectedly from a 10 feet drop.
Oh, yeah. I remember that now.
We got told to set the raptors to go and put them in when we get here, so the next people that can come back can take them back to the town.
Let's hope that they're not upset that some of them died.
Well, we don't gotta tell them that.
I think they're gonna know.
Well, no, because
No, they won't know.
they won't
Okay.
know. We'll just say that we only had 4.
Okay, I'll hush
I
hush.
will also say, Nax, you are peripherally aware of this civilization. It's not part of the Enclave. It's a Republic outpost that turned into something more when these bluffs turned out to hold an unusual quantity of genomite in them. Beyond that, though, you've never been here, and while there's arguments on both sides that no, this isn't where the Enclave borders are between this pass, there's nothing really between here and where the forests truly start to re-emerge on the other side of this kind of scrubland. So most people have kind of come to know that this pass is where the Enclave domain begins. Though not officially, just everyone goes, but that's... Sure, it's 4 miles that way, but there's no fucking marker for it, so everyone says it's right here.
Okay.
So you are peripherally aware of it.
We got told about a cleric doctor and his daughter and his wife that were possibly infected. Along the way to the place where we're going to be dropping off the raptors, can I try and listen out to hear if anybody's speaking about him or her?
Certainly. Do you dismount and arrive, or do you ski on in with your toboggan?
Should we dismount, guys?
I think we should dismount.
Dismount. And can I just, like, put the toboggan, like, back into the earth?
We could probably just leave it on the side of the road. It wouldn't be too much of an anything.
Well, alrighty, well, I'll just push it to the side of the road then.
Okay. So you're not yippee-ki-ying your way into this high alert settlement. Good to know. You instead begin to maneuver and wander. When you are spotted on the outskirts, a number of townspeople, most of them seeming to be militia in nature, come out to meet you. They are wearing face coverings and seem to be mostly covered from head to toe in cloth garbs of some sort. A lot of them seem to have perfumes around them, and as you arrive, you can definitely get the scent of herbs and various allspices.
I'm gonna point towards one and then go, does that work?
I was going to say, who is it that steps out to greet them?
I'll step out and greet them.
Okay. As you approach, they don't seem to be hostile, they're just cautious. Weapons are evident, but they're loose in their scabbards and not really pointed at anybody. They all seem to have a very similar stature about them. They all seem to be of a similar race. I'll say that as well.
Can we tell what race?
You can ask.
I wouldn't know.
as I say, they're
Yeah.
mostly covered. You can see their eyes. You can see solid yellow, purple, blue, and green eyes looking out at you from the guard quadrant. One of them, definitely the one in charge, his regalia much more impressive than the others. Steps forward. Might I inquire what it is you're looking for here?
We're just passing through. We've come from the village, and I'm gonna point to the way we've come. And we are giving the raptors back to the person that can take
Very
them back
well.
to the village.
Do you intend to stay for long in Soledad?
Maybe.
Not
What time
that
is
long.
it right now, JC? We've been traveling about 3 hours now, so is it about
Yes, about 5.
6?
5.
Plus the half an hour that it took us to
True,
get
6.
the
Yeah,
sleigh.
that'd be about 6 then.
And all of the gags, like getting stuck with the rope and all that, would have put
Mhm.
another half an hour sort of thing on. So it's going dark.
You still have a few hours. It's kind of you're in middle summer.
Mhm.
So the peak of summer is past. You're now moving into the cooler regions, but
So we have
still
about
a few hours left.
2.5 hours left of sunlight.
Something to that extent.
Cool.
Say possibly just a night.
Very well.
Or-
If you don't mind, we will need to keep record of everybody that comes and goes, considering the blight. Do you have protections for yourselves?
In what manner?
I will take that as a no. We would express that you speak with our healer here before we allow you to enter our dwellings to ensure that nobody is carrying anything. We are being very cautious at the moment.
Why are you being cautious?
I'm just
If you
gonna
come from the
slap him on
village-
the back of the head.
If you
That's
come
the
from
most
the village,
obvious
then
thing.
you understand that the plague that is befalling most of the peoples in this area. Well, we must be most aware of what is going on.
Okay.
The
With your
this
critical look.
doctor you speak of, is his name by any chance Coban? Something else?
Cobalt.
Coban? That's the one.
Cobalt, yes. He has been researching most feverishly since the first exiles have come to here. Unfortunately, many of them brought the plague with them, and so many of us. We are fortunate now that we were. She gestures to the tent city. We were fortunate that we did not need so many. We were very lucky.
Are you still getting a mass increase of the infection here, or?
It seems to have been stabilized. We have put in the procedures now, and the numbers remain low, but we do not wish to have too many more risks. There are perhaps many dozen, a dozen within the tents. As I say, please go and speak with Cobalt before entering. Do you think you
can
will
we-
be staying for one night?
Yes.
We will ensure that your housing is set up in the proper locations. It is the only place that outsiders are permitted to stay, just to be on the fortuitous side of things.
That's okay. Oh,
Well,
can we give the raptors to you? whilst we go
Yes.
and get.
Yes, we will. We will take them. Is this all of the ones that you have with you?
Have
Yes.
with us, yes.
Very well. And she indicates her 3 companions to go out and grab one each, and she grabs the final one and begin leading them away. She gestures towards where the opening in the wall is, and you can see the tents beyond.
Bye, Cantaloupe.
Can't believe you named your.
Why did you name it?
Because, I don't know, I just wanted a friend.
Yeah, what's next? You're gonna go find the slave market again?
One time and you get labeled for life. Let's go. I don't know what. I'm gonna go
Shit!
walk into the.
Certainly. Entering into the tent city, there's definitely an air of disinfectant, a lot of disinfectant, and a lot of clean linens, a lot of soapy water. You can definitely get that sudsy odour from this location. Mostly, though, you don't see a vast majority of people, as the woman said. Enough people here, they built more than was needed. Heading inside, a few people give you some odd looks, and you realise that most of the people here are of 2 distinct groups. There are one group which seems to be Elven, and the other group seems to be Tiefling.
My
Hey!
people.
Your people!
I wave to the team. Yeah. I wave.
Thank you for joining us, Billy, Bob, Bob Post Lip Lives.
Doable. He lies.
I don't know. I just saw it in the chat. I thought,
Yeah, I know.
farewell.
No, I'm reading it too.
How do you say that name? Well, after moving inside, Pigsy, you are with what's your passive perception again? 16? 15?
Oh no, I only have 13, and then
13,
Twig's
okay.
also 13. I think Pip has the highest.
Okay. Well, Pip points out to each of you and lets you guys know and points out people that seem to have breathing difficulties.
Oh. Do you think we should keep our distance from them?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my distance. I don't care. I'm gonna be safe.
Yeah.
COVID-19, y'all.
Okay, yeah, literally, this is
One
COVID
group
and
that seems to
D&D.
be a family unit. As they're walking and kind of just meandering without much real place to go, you see one of them suddenly start heavily coughing. They have to drop. They kind of put their hands on their knees and bend double. As the heavy hacks continue, they spit, and there's a little bit of red foam to the spit. They wipe it on their hand and continue walking.
Ugh. Can we just hurry up and get to this dude and get out of here, please, guys? I don't feel like catching what they got. In a whisper. I'm not saying this really loud. I'm just saying it so my group can hear.
Mm-hmm. You head into the center where there seems to be the only real stationable building, and this is of a larger, more sprawling, very open building. It's no walls and seems to only have 5 or 6 major supports that mark each corner along with the central points, and in so doing you definitely can see where people are being most treated. Standing at the center is a blue tiefling, a sapphire blue tiefling, who is doing some work and talking with a couple of people who seem to be quite ill at the moment. You can see there is a Mon would recognize, I think, because he's got the highest insight of everybody, that there is definitely an element of I'm going through the motions without much hope behind the actions.
Aww.
Oh, that's sad.
That's sad. From Pigsy.
No, I said, That was Twig. That wasn't me.
Liar.
Okay.
Can we go up to?
You want to go over to them?
You can call out to him.
Wait, what was his name again?
Cobalt.
Cobalt?
If that's him.
Yeah, Cobalt.
Just picture that louder.
He kind of cocks
he
keeps to cock and turn and look towards you, and you can see that the person he's been working with is definitely by themselves, off to a bit more of an isolated area there, a curtain wall that creates most of this enclosure. The tiefling of a very vibrant lavender purple tone to them. He gives a nod, moves out and closes the curtain and moves towards you. You can see he stops, scrubs his hands thoroughly, and then moves to meet you guys, keeping a respectful distance.
It really is COVID.
Are you... And he kind of looks at the weird assimilation of everybody. I'm assuming that you are new in town?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Come with me. And he goes around the outside of the building to the back side, or the front
How
side.
dirty do we look?
Do we look dirty? Or just a bit bloody?
I would like to use prestidigitation. Wow, of course, I said it right before stream, and now I can't say it.
It's not so much that you are dirty or bloody or anything in that regard, though some of you probably are, actually, come to think of it. It's more of a case of you are travel worn. No one's hair looks well presented. No one's clothes look like they've been freshly laundered. Nobody's gait in any way, shape, or form indicates that we've just sprung out of a bath.
Well, I would like to use prestidigitation, and I would like to use its ability to clean all of us. Oh, yeah, to clean.
He leads you around to a number of basins and vats, bathtubs of wood, of brass, wood, china, over large basins, perhaps ale kegs that have been chopped in half and repurposed. All of them are set upon little plinths, and the bubbling broth of whatever water is in smells perfumed and has a level of lather to it. He gestures to each of you. You can cleanse yourselves and your clothing within this. Stay within for a time, and I will return to ensure with clean clothes for each of you. I will need to examine everything. Before I go any further, have any of you come into contact with the plague?
Few ghosts.
The plagued T-Rex.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
And the boar.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have.
They weren't undead yet.
Well, they weren't undead, but they did have the plague inside of them.
Mm-hmm. They're still carrying it.
Yeah.
I request then that I understand that there is a mixed gender between you, but for the sake of what we have here, I am going to need to require to do an examination to you each. I hope that you are comfortable being unclothed in front of everybody, as I must ensure that there are no symptoms or no...
I'm on Instastrips.
He gives you an unusual look. Very well, thank you for volunteering to go first.
You're welcome.
Over to you, and wearing some leather gloves, he begins kind of checking you over. Now, whom here remembers who failed their saves?
I did.
Jasmine failed.
I failed.
Yeah, I failed too.
Succeeded.
But I did cast Lesser Restoration. I don't know if that matters at all. On the whole party one night.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that helps, but
the gentleman goes over and looks at Amon, and as Amon strips down for the first time, truly, you notice there is a discoloration on his left shoulder blade.
Ah, shit.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna die.
The doctor doesn't look to be distressed or put out by this. He just notes it, goes over, takes a book, begins marking some notes, and then gestures for you to go into one of the basins. Include your clothing. It will purify anything that is in there.
I'll go
Alright.
next. I'll start taking
Okay.
off my clothes.
It takes about 10 minutes for you to disrobe, and as you struggle in and out of your heavy armor, Roland looks at Pigsy and goes, "You might want to go next."
Okay, I do, but I use minor illusion to cover up my wee wee.
As this black bar appears,
Literally, yeah, just it's full uncensored.
he kind of looks at you and goes, "Please, I am a medical professional. I have my oath to consider. I have seen everything before. Do not be ashamed."
Okay, then. Okay.
You're going to minor illusion a bigger penis, aren't you?
Is Pip looking or no?
Oh.
That's what the real question is.
Roland, best be careful. Slide it into,
Yes.
into Pip's DMs.
Literally. Okay, but I turn away to the party so they can look at my butt.
Okay. Those that spotted Amon's discoloration look at Pigsy's back and see nothing. However, Pigsy, as you look down, you notice across the front of your hip, where your the belt line would be, you notice a similar patch of discoloration. He makes another note. Gestures to one of the basins. Nax is still undressing, but goes just does it quickly. Makes a note. Gestures barrel. And one by one, each of you is noted. Each of you that failed does indeed have a notation of some sort.
Is the water cold or warm?
It is warm. It is like a steaming Roman bath. It is gorgeous to sink your aching bones into it. The scented soaps are heavenly, perfumey, and they invite you to relax. I must insist that you stay put for some time. I would suggest that you make yourselves comfortable. If you request or require anything, I will not be too far, but I have other patients to see to in the meantime.
We are permitted to put our clothes back on, right?
I would suggest that you clean them thoroughly while you are in there. The holy water will purify any negative effects that may lie dormant within the fabrics, and beyond this, the soaps will cleanse your bodies for yourselves. I mean, we're trying our best to ensure, but must be done, must be done. And again, if you need anything, just call out.
Okay.
So I can kind of keep us a little bit entertained and nice. Can I use prestidigitation to make faint musical notes?
Certainly. Obviously, if you wish to do any discussion, I will leave it open to you guys at the moment. You basically have been told that you need to stay here for about an hour before you can come back and check to anything. But if there's anything you want to discuss, anything you want to talk about, anything you want to make mention or raise or just throw out there as a thought, by all means.
So I was gonna clean my clothes and I was going to sit down next to everybody. And I'm gonna say, so do you think going by land, by tunnels, which do you think is the safest?
Well, I think the tunnels would probably be the best, especially if it was such a secret. But if anyone uses the tunnels, then it might be a little bit dangerous because it's close quarters.
Because going on above and going below, they each have their own benefits, but they also have their own negatives.
The only people that knew about the tunnels that I escaped using when I was very young, maximum about 10 people.
So I think that probably would be the best option. Would anybody out of those 10 people tell other people, though?
It's a possibility.
Because if there's a whole thing going down, they might have used it as a little,
an
like,
escape route.
Yeah, like a safe passageway, and then...
Yeah. What I'm thinking. Otar did say that some of the tunnels that he had used previously were overrun.
So it might not be a good idea to go
So-
down through the tunnels.
There could be different tunnels though. The tunnels that he used.
But
were
we don't know
different
for certain.
No, the tunnels he used were different to the ones that I escaped of. They were at different ways.
Locations.
Were the tunnels ever, like trapped, or is it kind of like a maze, or is it very straightforward, like point A to point B?
Some of it is underwater.
Okay.
Some of them connect to the river that flows across the entirety of the forest.
Okay. And by that you don't mean like flooded, though. You mean it's just like...
Like some tunnels are completely submerged, and
Oh, okay.
it takes a while. Whilst I was escaping, it did take a while to travel from one end to the other.
How long exactly is a while?
In the tunnels itself,
Mhm.
there's multiple tunnels. It's I've got a faint recollection of the tunnels because I used to play in them as a child, but it's been a long time. Some of them come out at different passageways in different places.
Which way do you think will be faster?
The tunnel that I think would be classed as the safest is the tunnel that Master Very had protected, magically protected. But there's a huge door that will need to be opened.
Do you know the way
If
how to
it's-
open it?
I know it requires strength to open it.
Okay.
Well, that's you.
We got some pretty good, we got Roland. We got, we got Steel Defender. We got you.
I don't know if they've been overrun then. So it's we go out into the open and risk being open, or we go out into the underground and risk there being
Ambushment?
yeah.
And then, are these tunnels, how big are the tunnels, though, would you say? Is it almost kind of like a small hallway?
range. It's a range of different tunnels. Some are big, some are small, some are secret. So some are camouflaged, sort of thing.
Okay.
So we'll have to have a hand on the wall, and then if you go along, you'll think that it's like a clear wall all along, and then all of a sudden your hand will fall through the wall to another
The idea behind
passageway.
it would be a way for the royal family, those of importance, to slip away into the city, and then it's complicated enough to mean that anyone following wouldn't be able to hide quickly, but also not
Yeah.
so complicated and large enough to allow for people to stay hidden if, for example, they just needed to stay hidden for a couple of days and then they could resurface. So it's a variable.
Okay. I think we should definitely try the tunnels. I mean, if anything bad happens, I guess we could just run.
The thing is that different tunnels are connected to different places. So the
Mhm.
tunnels that I know directly lead to the Sun City are the tunnels which are right next to the ancient tree, Master Vari's magic shop. So that's 2 tunnels. One has magical enchantments in with a big, massive ass door, and the other one is also secret, but doesn't have magical enchantments placed upon it. I don't even know if it's still there. It could have been dug up or caved in.
Well, I think we should. Okay, if we go on.
JC said something.
Sorry?
I was telling JC to send him something.
Nyax, could you make a history roll for me, please?
Oh, no, I can't. You know how bad I am with skill?
Can I slap her with guidance?
Sure.
Alright, I slap her on the ass.
Oh, kinky.
Amon reaches out of his own pool, reaches into yours, feels around for your thigh, finds your ass, and slaps it. It gives him a very strange look and moves further away in her tub, closer to where Roland is.
14.
14. A very faint memory. Someone at some point said something to you that this, whatever it is, seems to affect magic users more than others.
Mm.
And just that kind of thing tickles at the back of your mind. Oh, hello.
Hello, Pip.
Pip!
Hey, Pip made it.
You just missed you giving me a weird stare because I slapped Nike's ass.
Oh.
Something tickles the back of your mind that why is that important? That just tickles you. You can't put your finger on why, but there's something there that says this is important.
So affects magic users in worse way.
Just something about that, yeah. Something like that, or something about that.
Hi, I'm here. Can someone catch me up?
Well,
What's
we
going
will,
on?
but we're about to go on break. So actually, I probably think that's a really good time to go on break, with one member needing a bit of a catch-up, and that kind of, why is that important, leaving it as a foggy memory. So, we'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you very much for joining us until now, and hopefully this intermission music and video will play properly this time. Let me know in the chat. See you in a few minutes.
because so I ended up feeling for her thigh, and because we're in tubs right now, since we failed the checks, we have these weird marks. Yeah, we're in tubs of like healing stuff, I guess.
Wait.
Okay, so we entered the town, and when we entered the town, these guards are like, okay, you gotta go see the healer to make sure you're okay, which is the kobold, or whatever his name is. Kobold? Yeah. And then, yeah, so we went there, he was like, okay, you gotta bathe in basically these holy water, and it's like made out of like a lot of like makeshift stuff, so it's kind of like wine barrels and stuff that we're kind of sitting in. It has like bathtubs, but it's like filled with holy water, it's warm. And then we're just discussing how we're going about either through the tunnels or on land. And that's what he joined in.
We all got asked to strip off and clean our clothes.
Amon, as soon as he heard the word strip, he started stripping.
Just a quick thing. Are you guys able to hear me still on the stream, or is it just
well,
shit, they can still hear us.
They can still hear you guys?
Yeah, and you.
Okay.
Yeah, I just heard my voice.
We didn't say anything about it, we're literally just recapping. So.
Yeah.
What about now? what it is that they're doing and how it is they're going to be going about it. A couple of conversations were had out of stream, and I figured it'd be better to have them in stream so you guys knew what was going on. Laura was pointing out that a number of people knew about the tunnels in and out of the city, and Pip was very confused about tunnels. What tunnels? So please continue with that discussion.
So there were tunnels that were created a long time ago by the royal family to make sure that they were kept safe. This was before we were all born, times like 1,000 sort of thing. 13 people know of these tunnels. Otar is one of them. Otar's father, the man that we met, Pip. My grandfather, Master Veria, and his 2 daughters, who is one of the council members. 4 other council men, obviously me, and the 3 sisters. That
JC, you're showing the wrong Discord screen.
That's who I am.
Does your grandfather know about the tunnels?
Mm-hmm.
Is she still in the city?
I don't know where my grandfather is. I don't even know if he's still alive.
Okay.
We know of 3 people out of those 13 people that are still alive, though, which includes me, Otar, and Otar's father.
So I think we should definitely go through the tunnels because if we're going on top of land, we've already been attacked. We already know it's inevitable we are going to get attacked on land. But in the tunnels, it's kind of like a 50-50. We don't know, but it could be the safest option.
They could be overrun.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of different tunnels. Some of them are more secretive than others.
There won't be any poison gas in the tunnels, so...
That is a possibility of being true, yes. There are 2 major tunnels that most people don't know of. One is Master Vari's tunnel that only him, myself, his 2 daughters, and Otar know of. And the other one is the one where all 13 people know of, the one that leads straight to the ancient tree. The other one leads to Master Vari's magic shop.
So safe bet is the tunnels.
But I remember something about the curse affecting magic users worse. I can't seem to recall. It's something along those lines.
Do you think there would be a way to make it so us magic users won't be affected as much?
Well, seeing as we're bathing in holy water right now, I think it would be a good idea if we take flasks of holy water and keep on.
So, I look over at Pip and ask if she has any, do you have any flasks in your bag of holding?
I do.
Oh, you do?
I have 20 empty water skins that are just currently hanging on my belt.
Alrighty. So,
Because I know that we needed holy water, but we didn't have a chance to get it yet.
so should we try taking it out of the baths that we're used being in, or no?
We're using that right now, so I wouldn't suggest using that. I would ask if we could take some, fill up flasks, and then see where we go from.
We could ask the medicine man when he comes back.
And like,
How to make it.
We'll probably have to pay for it because it does cost a lot to make holy water.
yeah, that's true. Maybe we could reason a decent, like a semi-decent price because of where we're going.
Because he doesn't know our business.
Yeah, so if we tell him what we're going to do, and that it would be nice if you give us like some form of discount, he might be willing. But that all really depends.
So we are going tunnels?
Sounds like the best bet.
And then, since not a lot of people knew about the magic shop, do you think we should probably detour there? See if there's anything useful left? If anything?
This is what I'm asking you guys. I know magic users are more affected by the plague, but I don't know whether that would change the way of the passageway. If one isn't a possibility, we could try the next.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm down to do that option.
But which one do you guys think we should do first?
Sorry. I feel like we should try going through the tunnel to that magic shop you were mentioning, since it seems to be the one that would be the lowest possible chance of really anyone knowing of. And as you were saying, there's multiple tunnels, so we could be lucky and not have an ambush. Do you happen to remember how wide the tunnels are, by chance?
Not very. Like
No.
Alrighty.
you can get around one another, but it's not
Yeah.
like it's not like you could walk through them on a stroll. It is. Cave systems were connected by passages to give them access in and out of various places. That's why some of them were underwater.
Ah. Alrighty.
But some of them were purposefully flooded for the whole reason being that they wanted people to think that it was a dead end.
Well, with your shape water spell, we could possibly get through that without much of a hitch.
I can make an oxygen bubble.
I will also
Yes.
say that it's not something I could really rely upon, but it's certainly something I can bring forward as an option. I'm able to do a bit of magic to make us more stealthy.
I think if we go in the tunnels, I think we're going to be needed to move stealthily anyway. So that is a good thing to point out.
It doesn't last indefinitely, though. It's more of a when we need it, we use it to get past something rather than just put it on and hope we never get found.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, that's definitely going to help in either scenario.
Mm-hmm.
So we just gotta make sure that we use it when we need it the most.
How strong are all of you?
I am not strong at all.
I'm a gnome. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm a gnome.
I think you and Roland are the strongest out of us Nyax.
Okay. When I say that this is a door, it's a very, very big door. Not as in it's wide and long, as in it's thick.
Was it
Well,
made
we
out
have
of-
the.
Very thick.
No, but is it made out of wood, metal?
It's made out of
Stone?
a mixture. Earth, metal,
Hmm.
combined.
And I'm assuming it's been protected by magic.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a few ideas then. You know, we can work the way around that maybe.
There was always a specific word or a name that you could call upon to have the door unlock, but then you needed strength to push it open.
Hmm.
Now, whenever I used to go down into the tunnels, I used to go with into that specific tunnel. I used to go with Very himself or his two daughters that were very prominent magic users as well. And they used to force the door open with gusts of battering wind.
Wouldn't I be able to kind of mimic that just with Earth?
We don't want to break the door.
Well,
We
it
can't
can't.
open the door so it can
The
I
Earth
think
might-
we're going too far down a possibility route. Like, there's a lot of things between now and then. So,
Mhm.
you know, I don't think we should start planning on how we're going to get past the door. I think we should plan on how we're going to get to the door.
The door could already be open too. We don't know.
That's also an option.
It could be. But then
People
the point
are
is,
scampering to escape.
if it's open, I don't think it's the best route for us to go down.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Where's the nearest tunnel?
Well, the nearest tunnel.
The nearest tunnel would be.
So there was.
Trying to remember now. Because it wouldn't be like a labyrinthine hundreds of miles thing. You still have to travel overland for a few days and probably be in the forest by the time he gets out, because it's the entire point is to get out under stealth. You don't want to be popping out of nowhere and going, ta-da, here's our secret tunnel. So it's in the forest somewhere. You probably, with
Macedari's tunnel came out in a cave.
Mm-hmm. So I'd say probably the closest...
Warded by sigils.
Mm-hmm. I'd say the closest one was probably it let out into a plunge pool behind one of the a minor waterfall, and that's probably the closest one to get in at. Another one that is kind of a bit closer would be it wasn't in a plunge pool. It was in a not a cliff face, but where it's like a gorge. The gorge had fallen down, and there was a cave there that was covered by a sigil. It was like illusionary, so it doesn't look like it's there. That might be another possibility.
Well, the ones that I've got for them is one entrance into the tunnels was via the river. One was via a underwater lake passage. One was a cave, and one was an illusionary wall with sigils.
Mm-hmm. So the case of they would all lead out in different directions from the city point, because there's no point in having one coming from one location. So that's why I'm saying that probably those two. Obviously, there might be other ways to get into them, but those are the entrances and exits that probably be the easiest ones to get to out of those ones.
The underwater river waterfall was a tunnel that went past the entrance into Roma, which was the underground fortress that only about 4 people knew of. So that's on the opposite end, so that wouldn't be any good to us.
Mm-hmm. As you're kind of discussing and ruminating over these things, the water begins to cool and the doctor comes back over. How are you feeling? Are you feeling any different? Any stinging? Any irritations?
I don't feel anything.
Nope.
I just feel nice and relaxed, and my muscles are finally untense.
I didn't feel anything anyway.
Well, obviously, you there's nothing to be alarmed about. These symptoms do not necessarily mean to lead to anything, but they have the probability, if to go untreated, would lead to this. I have means available to me, though I am spent for the day. Most of the time I expend them in the morning and then do other forms of practice throughout the day. What is your purpose here? You seem to come with force and intent in mind. I could not help but overhear from your conversations. You have some places to be and means to get there?
We're gonna go and try and fix the situation.
Well, I wish you the best of luck in this endeavour. Good do things to alleviate some of the sufferings here.
You could actually possibly help us out. Would it be possible if we can take a couple of water skins or flasks of holy water with us, since we're going to be going to a part that is heavily populated with the infection?
If you think it would make a great difference, then I don't see why this is not possible. Do you have anything that could be given us trade? We are low on supplies. Our supplies have been dwindled for some time now, though with thankfully the number that we have here, I am well catered for in some means, but not in others. Any donations would be much appreciated.
Is there anything specific that you need?
There's no such thing as specific needs in a situation like this. Everything has its uses and everything comes in handy. And as I say, most things I have in abundance, and other things I have in some supply, but all of them have to be used and all of them have been earmarked, so anything you can give would be great.
So I don't have really much on me, but I have a thing of leather armor and a dagger that I'm not using. I don't know if that would be
Warm
much of
linens,
use.
ropes, skins, food rations.
I have food rations.
I can give you
For-
some loaves of bread.
I have 3 very, very large steaks and 11 chunks of meat. I'll give them that.
I'll give him a banana.
I'll give him 2 bread loaves.
This is most appreciated, thank you. I have the ability to create the water of your requirements. Again, it will, unless you wish to take the water which you sit in now.
Is this not... is this gonna work now?
The water is holy. I have only added other ointments and salves that soothe the irritation and can bring the toxins closer to the surface for extraction in non-magical means.
Okay. What else is it possible that you could require?
Generally speaking, many people do not linger here for obvious reasons. I am one of the few that stays. If you have the physical capabilities to lend hand or aid to others here, then that would be of great help. If things need to be removed, taken down, rebuilt, supplies brought in, old crates moved out, and unfortunately some of the people that did not survive.
If there's any like stone structures, I can help tear them down that no longer are needed, and I can semi-help rebuild them.
We do not have any solid structures here, but if you could do something of that regard and build something more...
I can fix things that are broken.
I'm
I'm sure we can
strong.
find use for that. And again, I can find use for that.
We're only gonna be here until the morning. So if you put us to work now, we can give you aid until we need to go to sleep, and then wake up in the morning, and then be on our way.
And this will be done. Allow me to go fetch you some clean linens.
Thank you,
He
sir.
leaves and returns with fairly standard woolen, hempen, and cloth garments and furs and leathers that adorn each of you. Some of them are a little bit big, some of them are a little bit tight, but all in all, you're not left unmodest. And he very quickly finds work for many of you with Amon's ability to, you tell me what you would like to do, or how you think your spells or your abilities would come in handy, because by and large this place could use any assistance in any form.
I look at Cobalt real quick and ask him, do you use flowers for your fragrances at all?
Make a persuasion.
Persuasion?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
Confidential information.
Well, because there's a main reason why. Because if so, I could probably... Oh, wow! 7?!
I am not in requirement of any flowers, thank you.
Alright, I was just gonna say I could help bloom the flowers. So I could possibly with my mold earth, I could try and make like some huts
You could
for
probably make graves. Probably a better idea.
oh yeah, I could make graves.
It's a little dark,
Yes.
but okay.
Well, he did say there was dead people, so that I could do that.
We might
And
be able to
then-
set traps if you need traps.
If you could set any form of alarm system on any of the dwellings that have occupancy, that people could set in the night to make sure that their fever dreams do not lead them to wander astray.
I can help out with that.
Thank you.
You said you needed stuff carrying.
Certainly,
And-
there are. He kind of gestures around, and you can see where like tents that used to be holding people are now overflowing with odd ends, broken pieces, used items, sullied, soiled, dirtied, clean. There's so much stuff that's just been stacked up, and it's just been kind of like that's the area we're putting stuff in, and it's just become a mess, and it's become it's slowly in the same way as like that cupboard in your household. You just put it in there and you open the door and 3 things fall out. You put one thing in, you put those 3 things back, you close the door, and then the next time those 4 things fall out. It's like that. It's just a simple case of a lot of stuff has fallen all over the place. And he's not had the time or the inclination or the resources to get it cleaned.
I'll help with that.
Okay.
I'm going to. Hi, Pigsy's here. That's what I'm going to say to him. Haven't really
Nice to
introduced
meet you,
myself
Pigsy.
yet.
Nice to meet you. Cobalt.
I'm actually can dabble in the healing, so I'm going to use the rest of my spell slots except for 1 3rd level spell. Healing, like not full on. Like I don't want to like get close to like infected people, but like anybody that has like generic, like they just hurt themselves, like just like they somehow got stabbed or something. You know what I mean? I just don't want to really go close to anybody infected, but I do want to heal, the scrapes and everything like that.
Certainly, depending, I would say that's very easily done, and you see he takes a very keen interest in your abilities. When you perform them, he actually catches you in mid-performance of one such ceremony, which I have not seen part of this kind in some time. What is and how is this possible from you?
I'm just a cleric.
A cleric of whom?
Shanti.
He seems to think for a moment. I'm afraid I do not know this one.
Interesting. Just the generic farmer, goddess, agriculture, stuff like that. And then I'm also getting Twig to help out too with like medicine, bandaging and stuff.
Well, I am thankful for your assistance. I would be curious to share some insights with you at some time if you would not be.
Yeah, of course. I actually have a quick question. Since you've been around this, is this more of a do you think this is more of a poison, a disease, possibly a curse?
It is very much the creation of a parasite. The problem is I do not understand how the parasite is created. The parasite takes hold inside the body and then will slowly turn various parts of itself against itself until the mind becomes so feverish that they become confused. And then the parasite does everything it can to maintain the host in this state. And unfortunately, more often than not, this leads to them committing acts of hatred and violence against themselves and others, which he kind of leans in close, which if not treated, which I have yet to find a true way to remove, it will cause the person to die, and then the pathogen takes on its second stage. Then they become
We know how to cure it.
Are you there with him?
I thought we were all together.
Yeah, we haven't
Going
said
off
we
doing different tasks. I thought you guys were all off doing different tasks.
I didn't know that we had started actually doing those tasks yet. I thought
Yeah,
we were all the
yeah.
same and having
Yeah.
conversations about what we
I'm
could
not
do.
going to say, okay, roll for mold earth, roll for make traps. It's, you all said you were going to often do stuff, so I presumed you were often doing things. Like I say,
Oh.
it wasn't a you're not there. It was a are you there with him? Do you want to be around for this conversation? I'm not saying no. Ayak's bad. This is Pixie's paw. It's you're welcome to join in if you want.
I mean, I'm just healing random people, so if you guys feel like if you wanted to come and help, it's your choice, though. If you're busy doing something else.
I mean, the only thing I can really do right now is make.
I told you how. I think I told you how we know how to fix it.
Yeah.
Did you said cure lesser restoration or something like that?
Lesser restoration, and then you have to get rid of it with like holy water.
Oh, so are our wounds somewhat cleansed when we got out of the bathtub?
No, so you have to lesser restoration, and then a black slimy slug will come out of you. That's the parasite that he's talking about. You have to put that parasite in holy water, or you have to use the paladin, not the paladins, the clerics. What was it? A divine something to get rid of it.
Smite.
I don't remember what it was called. It wasn't smite.
But is that when they're already like turned, or is that when they're like in the infected stage?
It's when they're infected.
When they're severely infected.
Oh, okay. So we're pretty new though. So
Was it greater restoration or lesser restoration? I think it was.
Restoration, because they were able to do it a few times.
Uh,
Or it was either lesser restoration or cure poison. I'm pretty sure it was lesser restoration though, because I remember they could do it multiple times.
protection from good and evil.
It was it was protection from good and evil. That was it.
Oh, okay.
Then it would get expelled from your body because your body's protected, and then you'd have to kill the slug.
Oh, okay.
I profess I am.
Right.
I have found different methods to treat, but this is good to know. And he begs a moment and goes off and begins marking something in a journal before coming back to you.
Well, actually, by that then, because I never actually cast protection from good and evil on us before. So, should I do that right now on one of us? And then, since we got the holy water right now, see if we are truly infected.
Do you know what stage these people were in when this was cast upon them? Because I have noticed that.
Bad.
Oh, bad? Like
They were bad.
Do you know how many like days or weeks or hours possibly they were infected now?
It seems to range from person to person. Peoples who are well, admittedly I have not really had great, not experimented, but from my notations I have noticed that at least the people here of the elves and of the tieflings, they have similar rates of egress. They seem to be quite aggressive in their strains, though those that professed magical abilities or relations had a much more progressive and more aggressive strain. And this is why I'm starting to believe that this is not perhaps one thing. It is either multiple things that have combined together that have formed this new wave, or that this is something beyond simple plague and is something with intent, though I cannot prove this.
Interesting. Okay.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go do, my thing now.
Okay. Is there anything anyone else wants to discuss, or shall I move us forward?
I just wanted to, because I want to keep my 3rd level because I don't know where we're actually taking shelter tonight. But whenever we're grouped up at nighttime, I do want to think about casting sending. But like, I'll wait until
well, if there's
nighttime.
nothing
or
else
such.
that anyone wants to bring forward, after it is revealed that a number of your party have the initial signs and stages of whatever this is, though they are somewhat ignorant of the true extent and intent of it, you are advised and basically told that you will remain inside the place and will not be allowed into the city proper. You can stay there for the night and then you can leave, but they're not going to be allowing you into the city itself. At least, not until morning.
Okay.
You could make the argument if you wanted to try and go into the city.
I don't think we should really push it.
Yeah. Nah.
I think it's best if we all stick together, especially if I'm going to cast a message to Sovek.
Mm. And I could also kind of like, wait, is there like a mount, like a hill or something near us?
The settlement seems to be built on a hill of sorts, whereas the two stone bluffs with a lot of their mining operation at a standstill, those seem to be the most prominent features. There's rises and falls in and of the city itself because it's fairly large and it's populous.
Oh, I was going to say I could kind of walk over to one of the areas.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say I could probably go over to one of the areas and kind of like make us our own little like hut away from everyone else. With,
if you wish to do that,
would you guys want to be separated from everyone to risk getting infected? Well, to risk the one person who isn't affected getting infected.
I don't think splitting up's a good idea.
I was saying all of us
No.
go.
I don't.
I think we should just stick where we are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
okay. You bed down for the night in one of the larger tents, a four-posted tent, if you will. Large spikes have raised up 4 points of the canvas, and then ropes and tethers and small branches make the canvas stretch taut overhead. The beds inside are fairly simple and fairly plain, though there is a separation in two halves, along with a central joint that can be used for resting rather than dividing the two sleeping chambers. As the night begins to draw in and the chill of this exposed steppe plain starts to make itself known, you can hear, carried on the wind, a much more sinister, more depressing sound of coughing, hacking. You can hear people muttering and some shouts and random screams. Pip, you hear one of your traps going off, and you can hear a number of people rushing in to the area and doing something. The screaming continues and grows fainter as the whatever has happened becomes to an end.
Well, that's a nice restless, nice sleep.
Oh wait, I forgot to message Sovek. Oh well.
Like say that you can say before I go to bed, can I do this? Like I'm just doing this because no one's saying they wanted to do anything, so I'm moving the game forward. But if someone goes, "Oh shit, I meant to do something," say it now. So go ahead. What do you?
Oh.
Before, as you're all getting ready to bed, Pigsy suddenly goes, "Oh wait, I was going to message Thovik," and Roland goes,
Yeah.
"Okay."
What should I say to Thovik? Just tune in, see how he's doing with the escort.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anybody want me to say something specific to him?
Nope.
I don't.
Okay. I'm going to cast my last spell slot, sending to Thovik. I'm gonna say, "Hey Thovik, it's Pigsy. How's everything going? Is the escort successful? Any trouble?" End.
That's okay. 12. Okay. There's a few moments, and then Thovik responds, "It is good to hear from you. Travel is going well. Axel and the others are developing skills quickly. Keep me informed. Much thanks."
Okay. I relay the message, and then I go to bed.
Okay.
Lights out. Night night.
Pip.
Hmm?
During the night, as you
I don't want
sleep,
any weird fucking dreams.
Oh.
Yeah.
you're having a difficult time sleeping.
Oh god, yeah.
Well, in the previous nights, you were occupied with other things. And after the fight with the assassins of Caius, that in itself makes you recall your own time with Soleil. The rivalries that were seeded between you and the other houses in your chapter. The harshness of his lessons, and yet also the unmistakable note of pride whenever it was that you proved yourself successful. And then a very faint, almost warped, the colours saturated out, and the hues no longer what they should be. As if a dream of a half-forgotten dream. You curl up on your side in your bed, Spartan, with not much in it for personal use, aside from a few smaller trinkets. You just feel your hand holding something around your neck, just giving it a little squeeze.
The necklace?
And then, as if something that doesn't quite belong suddenly brushes against you, you feel a large arm curl around your waist, and in your half-drunken, sleep-like stupor, you rouse just enough to get the scent of Roland pulling you into his chest.
That scared me.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. He kind of nuzzles the back of your neck softly.
It's okay.
Bad dream.
I don't know if I ever fell asleep.
Are you okay?
What do you mean?
You've not really been yourself.
It'll be fine. Are you okay?
I feel a little bit out of my depth, but yeah, feel alright.
Good.
And with nothing more to be said, the night continues to pass by.
I'm afraid I'm gonna have a weird dream.
You'll be fine.
Amon, Pip, Pigsy.
Oh shit.
You wake up the next morning
Mm-hmm.
feeling a little bit weird. Just that little bit of... as if you need to stretch. You know, it's just that way, as you stretch, it's as if your skin is just a little bit tight. As you flex your back, you can try and pop a knot. You know, nothing seems overly out of sorts. Amon, what is your maximum HP?
Maximum HP is, I believe, hang on, is 53.
It is not.
It isn't?
Nope. Pigsy, what is your maximum HP?
56.
It is not.
Dun dun dun.
What is your maximum HP?
60.
It isn't.
We lose the maximum HP points.
You feel fully rested, feel fine, feel completely healthy. I'm just letting you know. Those aren't your
How do
maximum
we know
HPs
what it is
anymore.
now? What it is now? What is it now?
You don't know?
Then what are we supposed to do in fights?
Let me know when you get down to less than 10. Let me know.
And I do not like the sound of this. Plot twist, we gained 100 health.
Yeah, I know.
You'll become
We get knocked
fortified in your
unconscious,
undead nature.
Yeah. Alright, are we possibly heading out today after we get some breakfast?
I think that Pixie and all of us should have a talk.
Yeah. Wait, so we would usually heal, so should we heal to our max H? Well, what we think our max...
Put yourself to what you think is your max.
Okay.
Do we just feel the same, right? Nothing's different?
No, you feel the same. You feel like you would. You feel healthy. You don't notice anything different. You just that little bit of tightness to your skin. That was all.
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna eat a banana for the breakfast because it's really good for potassium and very filling.
Does anyone else feel really weird? Like,
My skin feels tight, if that's what you mean by weird.
yeah, I feel off.
I
I
think
Do I
you might have just got used to the bath.
Do I still have marks all over my body? And I'll lift up my shirt.
Oh!
What the fuck?
I'm not showing you my tits. They're covered.
Pigsy.
I'm literally doing nothing wrong.
I heard a zipper sound.
No, I went, huh? But it sounded like a zipper.
Yeah, it
No, it
sounded
sounded
like...
like a zipper, though. I definitely want to talk to Cobalt before we leave, though, just so everyone knows.
Okay, so I'm assuming that you guys just don't know if I have marks on my body still.
Well, I don't know where it would be. I don't remember.
We didn't get yours,
Yeah.
like, location. Like, mine was waist.
Mine was
Amon's
left shoulder.
and
Actually,
then, I'm not even
speaking
sure
of
if
this,
Nax actually got one.
Nyax
well.
passed the check.
So we have to wait for JC to get back.
Yeah.
Okay.
But...
How you all feeling? I feel... Oh, great. But I'm alright.
Well, that's good that you feel great. My skin feels tight.
Tight.
Yeah. Bless you.
I'm infected!
He has COVID. Run.
I know. I'm infected.
He
Leave
has
me to
the
rot.
plague.
Build a grave for me.
Oh, that can be easy.
Pigsy's
Just
not dramatic enough.
stay still.
I need to turn David's volume down.
Am I loud?
Yeah, you're incredibly loud.
Sorry. I'll start.
That's fine. We'll just adjust. We should adjust
If
you
I-
to talk how you normally would.
Yeah.
I lift up my shirt for everyone to see. Do I have any marks on my body?
Can I look?
Yeah. After a bit of examination, yes, you do notice that Pip has a mark from her knee
Is it-
to mid thigh on her left side.
Is it worse than yesterday?
But yesterday, you're not really sure.
Can I show everyone my left shoulder so they can take a look at it?
Yeah, looks the same.
Looks the same. Alrighty. Well, it definitely isn't gone, whatever we have. Let's just hope that it doesn't spread further.
Did we get infected?
I'm gonna take a guess and say that we might be infected. But
Did we
I'm not
ask
sure.
the doctor what the initial signs of infection were?
I mean, we can
I-
today,
Yeah, we can before we
Probably
leave.
definitely a good
because I
idea.
would like to speak to him.
Is he nearby by chance, JC?
You head out and have a look around for him, but don't spot him at the moment. You don't actually see it. To be fair, you don't see many people at this moment. Nobody seems to be around. The place seems,
Dead.
not dead, but it's just a way of, in the same way of like, if you're early risers, you know how it feels to be awake and there's no sound of traffic in the morning. It's that kind of like, nobody's awake yet.
That type of. Okay. Well,
That's how it
should
feels.
we wait around a little bit for him, or? Oh wait, we still haven't. We still gotta wait for him because we haven't gotten our damn holy water yet.
He scammed us. I'll cut his tongue out.
No,
I'm
you
just
won't.
joking.
I will make you your grave right here and now, Pixie. Don't try me.
Did everybody eat? Anybody want a banana?
I'll take a banana.
Sure. I'll take a banana.
Twig swipes the banana out of Pip's hands.
Hey,
Wow. Wait, so I still have my
Pixie,
banana?
Can I have another one?
It's Twig, so I mean, if he doesn't want to give you one, I can't really
All right.
control it.
Still have the lucky banana that I was given a long time ago before my trial, so I'm gonna whip that out. And...
I'm gonna eat it and say thank you to Twig.
Twig peels the banana, and you can see it is black on the inside.
Ew.
Oh,
What?
he took away a rotten banana from you so you wouldn't eat a rotten banana.
Are all the bananas rotten?
Yes.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah, I don't
already
eat
said
mine. I
it.
throw it away.
I already said.
What happens when he makes a new banana?
Yeah. I kid you not, he's a level 20 conjuration wizard, 100%.
Wait, hang on. Didn't we? Or I thought he did have the power to conjure bananas.
I think
He
he just
can,
turned
but
into a
he doesn't seem
joke,
to
or he
be.
just something must
Twig.
be wrong then with like.
Twig, can you conjure us some bananas, please?
He's
I look at.
Animals?
What is he saying?
I'm
Sorry,
translating.
fingers
Yep. Okay. He says he can't right now. He's out of spell slots.
We just took a rest.
He says
why
he's
it's
out of
so
spell
concerning.
slots.
That's why it's so concerning.
Is he okay? We just
Can we
took a
cast
rest.
spells?
Oh shit. I'm gonna try making like a small pillow of earth just to test
I mean,
her
with
question.
spell slots.
Oh, spell slots? Well, I'm not wasting one of my spell slots for this. Oh shit, should I?
I might be able to.
I was just
Yeah.
joking. He doesn't have spell slots. He's literally a monkey.
Yeah, but
Well-
JC said that it was concerning, and so now I'm afraid that maybe none of us can.
Yeah. Do you want to try using one of your artificer ones?
Yeah, that's what I'm about to do. We just need to figure out which one.
Yes, Pigsy and Pip, please make the note of what spells you are preparing.
Oh, okay. Were we potentially going near water?
Good and evil. Get it.
Never.
Please?
You should. I think we're gonna need it.
Oh, I've already had it. I've had it this whole time.
For fuck's sake.
I literally had it this whole time. I'm not even joking.
I'm gonna try to cast Disguise Self on myself and see if that spell goes through.
There's a little bit of resistance, but you're able to cast it.
Oh, I look like I can't make myself taller. I look like a really small air genasi. I can make myself a foot taller. I'm gonna try to make myself look like an air genasi as best as I can with Disguise Self.
Okay. A rather unusual looking to Amon and to Pigsy. You see this air genasi woman, large spectacles on her face,
3.5
like a
feet
cloud that floats around her shoulders, and a definitive, unusual grace to her movements, as if she is quite literally floating. She steps.
Do I remind you of someone, Roland?
Yes, and Nyax, you know exactly who this is. It's disturbing.
So,
Sorry. So there was a little bit of resistance when I cast my spell, which is really concerning. I'm afraid that we might not be able to cast spells within a few days. I think that there's something wrong with us. Nyax, can you cast spells?
I don't feel anything wrong with me, so I don't see why not.
Just check to make sure.
Can I cast a cantrip and see if that will work?
Sure.
no, yeah, cantrips are still spells.
Friends on yourself.
Amon was able to cast
I show my ass. Give me guidance.
So as far as anyone else is concerned, Nyax just goes, "Friends!" and then Amon, for some reason, bends over and shows her his tail.
Oh, okay. Any resistance?
Any reason?
No?
Can I kick Amon in the butt and try to cast guidance?
Certainly. You kick him in the butt. No problem.
No resistance? Okay. Nyax, can you try casting an actual spell?
The bananas. The bananas that they all had. Purify food and drink. Would that make them?
Yeah,
better
that gets
to
rid of the decay. Yep.
We have a problem. She can cast spells without any problem. I have a problem casting them. What about you two?
I'm gonna use my wait. I'm going to look at Pigsy. Wait, you can understand Pigsy. Can you understand? I can cast guidance as a cantrip. But Pigsy, you can understand Twig already, right?
I actually can't, but like Pigsy's, yeah, of course I can.
Wait, no, I'm asking a serious question. Can you actually understand him or not?
Yes,
and
of course
Pigsy
I can.
is going to lie through his teeth and go, "Yes, of course."
Yeah,
You know
he's
what?
my best friend. I've been traveling with him forever. Of course I can understand him.
Okay, I'm gonna take that as in he doesn't understand the ooh-ee-ah-ahs. Could that be classified as a language? That's a dumb question, but I'm just
He's literally
curious.
telling you that he can understand him. You have
Yeah.
no reason to believe that he
Well,
can't.
okay, well then I look at you and I'm like, hey, you wanna listen to Twig speak?
Not really. Because I already know how I can already understand him. Why would I want to?
I look at Pip.
What do you? Oh, are you gonna cast speak with animals?
No. Oh wait, fuck. So you would
Yeah,
have to
he
do
looks
that.
at you filthy animal.
Yeah. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to just use my very, very slim spell slots. My 3rd level spell, Tongues. I'm gonna tap Pip, and I'm just gonna start speaking in Primordial.
I can understand that too.
There's a bit of resistance there.
Oh,
when
wait, you
cast it
can?
on her.
I can also understand what you're saying.
Oh shit! I didn't know that she knew Primordial.
I can't, but I'm gonna pretend I can.
Primordial.
What?
Roland knows Primordial, and Nyax knows Primordial.
And I know
Only
Primordial.
knows Halfling, Common, and Thieves' Cant.
Oh, well then, yeah, good. I start speaking in Primordial. So you said there was
There's
resistance?
Cast the
Lord.
spell, and it's there's like a little just normally where it's a simple case of a flick of the wrist, this time it's a flick press.
Hmm.
So there we go.
Okay, yeah, so I had resistance, and this is kind of worrisome. So I'm gonna go on a limb and say since
I think we're
Nyax didn't feel resistance, and it was you and me who felt resistance, I'm gonna say Pigsy also would feel resistance, so it's only us who have the marks on our body who are having resistance to high-level spells.
I think you guys should protection from good and evil.
I
Right
think
now.
so as well.
Yeah,
Pigsy,
could
have
Pixie,
protection.
please?
Okay, I will test it on myself first because I'm greedy. Protection from good and evil.
You know, that's not a bad idea because you are the one casting the spells, so.
Yeah.
Imagine
You
you don't
cast it
swing.
upon yourself, and it's as if a stone moves in your stomach, and you just have this feeling as if, like, you know that way when suddenly you stand up and your butthole reflexively clenches because, oh my god, something just moved and it was good and bad at the same time? Kind of
No.
like that. Like, very much like that.
What?
Concentrate on up to 10 minutes. By the way.
Am I going to be concentrating for 10 minutes on it?
How long did it take before for the sludge to come out?
Neither you nor Nyax were the ones that did the procedure last time.
So just keep on concentrating, bud.
I will concentrate for 10 minutes while it's hurting my tum-tum.
Your need to
Relieve yourself?
yes, intensify.
I want to go to the
for 10
washroom.
minutes.
Okay.
There are many around.
Okay. I go to the washroom. Don't look!
You go to the washroom, fling open the outhouse door with its little moon symbol that smiles at you cockily as if, yes, you idiot, you did this to yourself. You slam it shut, and all of you hear the moans of something
Constipation.
as Pigsy passes whatever ails him.
Kidney stone.
Do I feel better?
You feel a lot better.
A lot better?
Look
mean-
in the toilet!
I just had to go to the washroom. That was it.
Look
Look
in
at your
the
poop.
Look in the toilet!
Wait.
look at it, poop. I'm gonna look at it.
This is so weird.
Now comes starts pounding on the door. Look at your poop! Look at your poop! Dot, 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 dot. A few people come out of their tents and are like looking and watching this elven
Literally, we're all
princess,
crowding in
very
this outhouse to
graceful
look at my
woman just
poop.
hammering away on this wooden door. A couple of splinters start coming and just look at your poop! Look at it!
What is
I
this?
leave the... Ew.
So is there that blood?
Not like,
Does Pigsy let you in or does he hide from Nyax?
Well, like, I'm in an outhouse. I can't really go anywhere, right?
I mean, I could always bust down the door.
Do you look at it or do you let someone else look at it?
I guess I'll look at it. That's so weird.
It's a colourful display of why a balanced diet is required in being an adventurer.
Okay.
Do you feel better?
is there any blacks? Is there any black sludge?
As Pigsy examines his own secretions, he's not entirely sure.
Well, I technically never seen the black sludge before. Like, I don't think Pigsy's ever has.
You saw the black sludge on the T-Rex?
And the boar.
Oh, yeah, I would. Sorry. Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm blanked out there.
You're not entirely sure. It's definitely... It doesn't look healthy. I don't want to describe your shit, but it doesn't look healthy.
We should pour holy water on that.
This is why I'm trying to be funny in the fact of, a colourful display of why a healthy, balanced diet is required in being an adventurer.
Okay, I leave the outhouse. And...
Me next.
Wait, hang on. Should we make sure that the things, there, to see if it worked?
Do you feel better?
I think I do.
Couldn't, I looked to see where his mark used to be, it, you know what I'm trying to say, I don't know, where we saw it last, to see if it's still there.
Just gonna lift up my shirt.
Yeah, deal with it.
Can't really do much, I'm a gnome.
Pigsy, you are being gnome-handled in a way that is bordering on...
When he touches me, I'm gonna cast protection from evil and good on him, because hopefully that'll make him stop trying to grab me.
I'm not evil. Or good.
As you touch him,
shit.
As you touch him, Amon, and try and lift up his shirt, he grabs your hand, and for that briefest moment of tingling connection between the two of you, and then suddenly it's as if a huge amount of phlegm builds up in the back of your throat. Your nose begins to run and is thick.
So, I'm going to take a guess and say I'm going to start hagging at the sensation I'm feeling.
Do you just spew it out in the middle of the street, or do you go to an outhouse?
No, do it right now.
I open up a hole quickly with mold earth and I let it out there.
And a thick greenish white with a distinct black ooze mark in it splatters onto the ground.
Holy water.
We need to put holy water on Pigsy's poop.
Yeah, I'm going to put holy water on his poop as well. And I'm going to shape the water to keep the sludge in the water.
You go to the vats, which are still there, grab it, put it over, and dump some water onto it. And you see this, whatever thing was in there, it's tiny. There's really not a lot of substance there. It's that way. If you weren't so sure what to look for, you would never have known it. But you see it.
Me next, please.
Just touch. I look at Pip and say, just touch him. You'll vomit it right out, I think.
I don't know if that's how it works.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't it's because he.
Well, it seemed like how it worked.
Because he grabbed me. It was self-defense.
I'm gonna go up to Pigsy. I'm gonna give him a big squeezy hug, and I'm gonna say, "Protect me."
I'll protect you, and then I'm gonna cast protection of good and evil. But when you hug me, I want to glare at Roland because
oh no,
Roland.
Yeah, because I'm getting hugged, so I'm glaring.
Roland.
That's what I just said.
Wow, I'm the only one who gets fucking caught out for it.
I was about to say it. You beat me to it.
I said Roland.
No, you said Roland.
I swear I didn't.
No, I heard Roland, but it's fine.
I heard Roland.
I'm not tripping. Twig also heard Roland. But yeah, so I glare at him, and I say, I'll protect you, and then I'm going to cast it on her, and then I'm also going to say sorry, because it's going to probably hurt.
Pip, your
Yes.
crystal eye.
Oh god.
It's as if there's a pressure behind it.
No! Ew!
Pop
and
goes
it
the
burns.
weasel.
It's sore. It's
Ah.
as you like put your hand up onto your hand, like press the back of the heel of your palm.
I
into
can't
the
just
eye
rip out
socket.
my eye!
It's as if you can feel something squirming behind it.
There's something in my eye!
You have to, can you?
You reel
Can we
back,
take out the
feeling
brain?
this thing in your sinuses, and it's as if there's this small jabbing pressure, and then with a sudden cry of pain, this substance squirts onto your palm and down underneath your sleeve.
Ugh, I'm gonna rip my sleeve off. Ew.
You can feel something on your palm, wiggling,
What is it?
writhing.
Down.
It's the black
Being
dog.
so descriptive!
Shape water with the holy water, and I'm gonna keep it in there and
Like a
chill
little
around
bubble?
in it. Yeah, like a
Putting
little bubble.
as the holy water surrounds Pip's hand, you can see this thing trying to worm its way into her skin.
Can I like pinch its tail and like make it so it doesn't go into her skin?
Can I just shake it off my hand?
Certainly, as Amon pinches it, it spins round and begins to press in on his fingertips and palm, and you can feel this small little teeth picking at your skin.
Ugh, I didn't want to do this early, but I'm gonna use turn undead. Hopefully, it'll like explode it.
Destroy undead from it.
And the turning effect causes the creature to writhe around in horrific panic before it seems to shudder and float in the center of Nyx's orb. You then look down into the pit and see a similar effect has happened to the one in there.
Okay, we need to quickly kill the one that's in his shit.
Does it? Well, if it's half a challenge rating, it dies. I don't know because it's destroy undead as well.
Ah, okay.
That's why I used it because hopefully, if it's low enough level, it would be destroyed.
It's dead, definitely, if it's just a little
I'm
slime
gonna
ball.
go and shape water is shit and the sun.
I think we're close enough in range for it to have happened to the one in his shit as well, to be fair.
Yeah, it would have.
It's 30 feet,
What?
so
Why did he get to poop? He got to throw up, but for me, it comes fucking squeezing out of my eyeball.
See now, I am a dungeon master, and I want to create a visual as possible experience for you. I don't
I
want
knew
to just
something.
say there's this little black thing that comes out your nose and there it is and that's all you've done. No. I need to give you something that really makes your imagination work. But let's face it, I could draw it out and I could design it and I could make it whatever, but that's not the point. The point here is to give you the vivid imagination and experience of what your character is like, so you truly become one with your character.
Oh, you should do it to Twig, too. Pigsy.
Twig was never infected.
Yeah, Twig didn't get infected. He was away from it.
What?
Remember, he can't make his bananas. And that's
Oh.
what made us think that the spell slot.
Oh,
yeah.
Do
I
it
thought
on.
he was always at bay, but he did technically touch the bodies. I'm going to use it on. I'm going to use protection from good and evil on
Okay.
Twiggy.
Twig seems to jump around in excitement and pulls a banana out of nowhere, points it at the ground, and as if something fires from the tip of the banana, this small black maggot wriggles on the earth and seems to be desperately in search of a new host.
Can we pour holy water? Do we even have holy water right now or no?
Yeah,
It's bats. Yeah, I'm gonna get some more. I'm gonna kill it.
Oh, okay.
You entomb it in holy water, it is no longer able to get at anyone else.
okay, so
You said that
What about Roland? Was Roland in there?
Roland wasn't there. Roland wasn't there.
yeah,
Because he ran away.
I'm thinking if us being around those two might have infected them. That's the only thing that I'm worried about, because we don't want to like find out in 2 days that those two are feeling sick. So we get rid of their sickness, and then 2 days later we're feeling sick again.
Okay.
Well,
Rid of
in
it.
that case, it would be me as well.
Yeah, when I said those two, I meant Roland and Nyx.
Yeah, I guess they were technically touching bodies too. Oh, I'm using all my spell slots and we just woke up. It's 6 a.m. and I'm out of spells. I will have to cast them 2 Protection of Good and Evils at 2nd level, 1 on Roland, and then 1 on Axe.
At 2nd level, does it not allow you to target an additional person?
No, not
I don't
protection.
think. Yeah, I don't think Protection of Good and Evil. I think that's a. I'll check actually.
Well, the DM could be really nice.
I checked it.
You could ask pretty please to the DM.
DM, please will you alter this spell for us?
It's your choice. I don't mind it either
You
way.
don't even know if they're infected.
Well,
If you
wait, hang
want
on.
to take
So,
that risk,
wait, hang on. So, Roland can also cast spells, right?
Not protection from good and evil.
No, but he can cast like first levels and up spells, right?
yeah.
Mhm.
So
Well,
Nyx
if
didn't
I
have.
didn't have any resistance,
She wouldn't be infected.
what we can
No,
do is
we don't know
can-
that though. Yesterday we could cast spells however
yeah.
we wanted.
I said it, so I'm using it. I'm using 2 2nd level spells. It's already done.
Okay.
Boop it and boop. Well, boop 10 minutes, then boop.
Who do you book first?
I'll do Nyax because I don't really want to do Roland.
You boop Nyx. Don't feel any different.
Okay.
So she's good.
And then I boop. I boop Roland.
No difference. Nothing happens.
So those.
And give him a big old hug and a fat kiss on the cheek and say, "Yeah, you weren't sick."
Oh, I got to. I'm just doing nothing.
Thing-
They just save everyone, but that's fine. Whatever. I don't even care anymore.
Hey, Pigsy! I have a nice little gift for you.
No, I
I'm
don't even
going to-
care anymore. It's fine. Come on, let's go kill a god or something. I don't even care anymore.
I
I'm
was
gonna
gonna.
storm off.
I'm gonna.
I'm storming off to find Kobold. I'm
Wait,
storming off to
hang
find
on.
He's
Kobold.
so mad. Pip just looks around.
I don't know why he's mad, but we still need to get our holy water, Pigsy. So
That's true.
chill.
Oh, I already walked away. I'm literally
Yeah.
trying to find Kobold now. I'm mad.
I'm gonna fill my 20 water skins with holy water.
Come on, Twig, let's bounce.
Jesus.
I'm gonna
Roland, do you
put
know
some
what's
in a
wrong
little
with
belt and give them to Pip. Pip, you
Ooh.
have 5 water skins of holy water. I'm gonna do the same for Amon.
So 5 water skins of holy water.
Can I have some for Twig and myself?
Do you have any water skins?
I technically have 2 empty potions of healing that Twig had.
Okay, I have 2 empty potions of healing as well.
So
Well,
could I
great.
fill those up?
Something like that.
No water as well.
I'm gonna pour some in there and then give them to
Okay.
Twig and Pixie.
Fill up a water skin and give it to Roland.
I'm gonna-
You all have various items in your.
It's assassin girl bathwater.
Ooh.
It's the warlock boy bathwater too.
I'm gonna empty one of the lower quality versions of wine.
Okay.
Drink some. Offer it to Pip and around to its empty. Then I'm gonna pour that with holy water as well.
Twig comes running
To
back
make
and grabs
con
the
saves.
bottle and then just fucking beats it without you guys. Pigsy, you realise for a moment that Twig isn't with you, and then suddenly, as you notice that, Twig comes ambling out of nowhere with a bottle of half-empty wine, and offers it to you.
Oh, thanks, but I can't drink.
Ooh. You get it? Puts it at you. Ooh.
Wait, do I add it to my inventory?
No, it's
Like, he's trying to make you drink it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, no, I don't want to. I'm okay.
Fuel for it. Just force it down his throat, Twig. Force it down his throat.
I take a little swig.
He looks at you with those big soulful eyes.
Oh, Twig. I drink it. But he has to drink it first.
He takes a big swig.
Okay, then I take a swig.
Oh
He
god.
gives you a big hug.
This feels like animal abuse.
He does that bonding thing. He starts searching in your hair for anything.
When they're
Aw.
finished with that, I'm gonna fill up with holy water.
You need to go get your bottle back.
Yeah.
I'm running after him. After it's finished, I'm gonna get the bottle and I'm gonna fill it up with the water.
No. You didn't go. You don't lie. You originally didn't go just to get the bottle. You wanted to get your wine back too.
And with water skins, glass vials, jars, wine bottles, and a banana peel filled and soaked in holy water, we're going to end this session here because that brings us right on time. So thank you very much, everybody, for taking part. Thank you very much, Jasmine, for making it here to join us for that end. But before we disappear, we have a couple of important things to figure out. So, I think the easier one to do would be the NPC of the night. Whom do you think deserves that?
I'm gonna say
I like the grill that the guard captain.
Was
When
the
we
guard
first came
captain, Roland, Twig? That's Twig's actually Twig technically PC. Guard captain, Roland, and Cobalt.
I'm gonna say
I'm gonna go with
Cobalt.
Roland.
Of course you would.
Yeah.
Roland ain't do nothing.
So
Yeah, he
there's
did.
a
He
vote.
gave me a cuddle.
Yeah, that's
So-
I'm not voting for him.
Yeah, I'm not doing that for him. So there's a three-way tie right now. One for the guard, one for Roland, and one for Cobalt.
Well,
So,
fair enough.
what's your choice, Pixie?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
who-
probably say Cobalt because I feel like I'm gonna like him because he
Okay,
asked
so
about
Cobalt.
Pigsy.
Cobalt is the winner for the DM NPC of the night, but whom do we think deserves the play of the night? There's definitely a
Pigsy.
few people that get a few things,
Pigsy as
but
well.
who are we going for?
Pigsy.
Pigsy for flirting with Pip, even though I wasn't there for it.
I'm gonna say the same thing.
For flirting with Pip, but for also
Storming
getting
off.
of the black sludge off of all
Yeah.
of us.
Mhm.
I think
And
honestly, I'd
using
say
those
it was
2
one of the
second level
saltiness
spell
afterwards. That was.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's
Thank
go for
you,
the god or
thank
whatever. Eh?
Fine, I'm not care anymore. Let's go. I gave him a hug and
brilliant.
told him to protect me.
Yeah, but you didn't give
Very
him a
good.
thank you.
That's really good. Alright then, so Pigsy is getting the play of the night as of the moment. Obviously, people in the chat, people in the YouTube comments, definitely get in touch. We'll be leaving a straw poll at the end of the video for you guys to get involved with that. You can put your vote in of who you think deserves it. Obviously, we'd love to hear your reasons in the comment section below. So, without further ado, I will say that be sure to check us out on Wednesdays, 6 PM GMT for the Curse of Strahd game, probably the last one of the year as various players and members will have to duck out. Also,
Wait, really?
be aware, yes, various people and players will not be able to make it, and I don't really want to continue because all of your dynamic is very good at the moment, so I don't really want to jeopardize that. Obviously, so make sure to see that one, catch it live on Wednesdays here at Play of the Night at 6 PM on Wednesdays. And then be sure to return next week for both of the Welcome to Raska games. Now, again, we're
I
not
will
sure
be
of the
there.
time scale and such because over the wintertime period, people are going to be traveling, people are going to be visiting family. I know there's a lot of things going on, and especially around the New Year and Christmas, a lot of people will be busy. So, We will let you know when we know. Please make sure to check out any of our social medias. We're all be able to find an Instagram, Facebook, maybe even a Twitter if we're lucky, with Play of the Night, and also just keep around for updates on our platforms and such. We'll be keeping you abreast of everything we can there. But thank you very much for joining us. I've been your Dungeon Master. These have been the players. This has been Play of the Night. Thank you for joining us. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.